Hi everyone, it's Ann Crafty Kimchi. Welcome back to my channel. My desk is quite full here, but I wanted to come on and show how I put my little dangle together. I had done a tutorial on how to make this tassel, heart tassel dangle, and I got a couple of requests to do the tutorial on this piece here, but I didn't want to do just a simple tutorial. I just kind of wanted to talk upon charms and dangles, and I just want to put this out there. I am a novice I don't know, jewelry maker. I am learning. I have just started probably a year, maybe 2 years ago, and not a professional. I don't know it all, but I'm still learning and continue to grow. But I thought I'd come and share some of the knowledge that I've accumulated along the way. So here is another charm that I created, and I just wanted to show you, you can use your pretties on something like this. So I start off with a long chain and I hang it off this kind of keychain, and then I've added a couple of beautiful charms I had in my stash. This is a patch, and all I did was punch an eyelet and I made it a charm, and I love that. Use up your stash. You can use chipboard. You know that Maggie Holmes chipboard that you've been hoarding? Punch a hole in it. Take out the sticky part on the back. Punch a hole and make a charm out of it. You know, and this is actually using a Hobby Lobby. This is it's in the trim section, in the ribbons, and all it was is just this gold chain. It's really not the best quality, but for my purposes, I'm just using it for paper crafting. I'm not making jewelry. I'm not making fancy jewelry at that end. If I do, I'll use my better stuff. But for these kind of purposes, all I'm doing is just making dangles, some cute things that I just want to have in my stash. And something like this was gifted to me by my friend Josie, who's Josie's Crafty Place. I received this. I don't even know, but I know this is her work. All of this details are just so much love that goes into this. I will never be at this status. I mean, but I just wanted to show you, you can do so much with your little dangles that you create with your beads. I mean, use up your stash. So I will always cherish this because I know a lot of love goes into this, and just putting all these beads and dangles and wraps is just a work of art. And I just wanted to do a quick intro to the different pins, and I will not be doing a tutorial on wire wrapping only because I'm not 100% comfortable yet. I'm still learning. Here's one, like, why is it so long, the wire wrap? I didn't know when to stop. Like, I just hate cutting, so I just keep wrapping. But you know, there are so many fun ways you can incorporate these beads onto your project. So you know, it's a great way to use up your stash. And I'll leave a couple of videos that were helpful to me, and I'll leave that link down below. Hopefully they're helpful to you. I also love just keeping a little loop on the end, keeping it simple, but creating a dangle. Again, I think it's just a simple way if you're feeling a little lazy. You know, I've taken one of these bead charms, and all I did was kind of just take an eye pin and make a loop on the top, and I'm going to make a charm out of this. So I will show you the tutorial on how I put my dangle together, but I wanted to show you, just do a quick little chit chat about the different tools that I use. Now, I just wanted to show you, this is a eye pin, and this has a little head on the top, and they're really more used for when you are going to dangle something. So for example, here I dangled this heart charm, so I used an eye pin at the end. So I can put a jump ring through and dangle something. So this is a great starting point if you have the intentions of dangling something at the end. Now, this is a head pin, and this has a flat edge. And it's for when you're just gonna leave it just as is. And for example, I like to put something to stop at the end. Sometimes I'll put a seed bead, or you can do sequins, or you know, just as a starting point. I think that it's a great way just to make sure your bead doesn't slip off, especially if the hole on the bead is a little bit on the bigger end. And then for a little decorative piece, they also have the head pins with a little decorative ball, and you can see that here it has a little ball at the end, and it's just more for decoration purposes, but I think this is also a great way to kind of just start as a starting point for your dangles. Now I'm going to just show you how I put my dangles together, and it's really simple, and I'm going to show you the tools that I am using. For the tools, I have this wire cutter, and I love this one. It really cuts close to the wire, especially when you need it. This is some pliers, and I love this one. It's so nice and heavy. This is a loop cutter, and I love this thing, and I'll show you this in action. If you don't have one, I think you should really reconsider. And this thing is amazing and a lifesaver. And then I have a round nose plier. Again, love this. It's so nice and sturdy, and especially when you're wrapping, it just makes it a lot easier. So let's start off with the beads. I am going to get my beads, and here I have a little small box. I'm just going to zoom in slightly, and I'm going to recreate this little pin to start off. Now I am going to use an eye pin only because I will be dangling my little heart charm at the end. So what I like to do is take a heart. I'm going to take one heart like this, and I'm going to take an O, just feed that through, take an X, and then I'm going to take another heart, and it looks just like that. Now I'm going to show you my little loop tool and how it works. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. So this actually has a little hole at the end where it cuts. I'm not sure if you can see that. It actually cuts the excess wire, so you don't need an additional tool. And basically what this does is make the loop for you. So if you are a novice jewelry maker, this thing is amazing. So what I like to do is basically feed the needle through, and I like to push this little bottom piece to the end or the last bead. And I'm just gonna to get that here. I just want to put my hand on underneath, and you'll see this thing in action. So basically all I do is squeeze. I'm just gonna catch the needle that cuts, see? So it cut the excess. And what I like to do is rock this back and forth just to make sure the loop is closed. Okay, and that, my friend, is done. Sometimes it does leave a little gap, and I take my round nose pliers, and I just like to make sure that this goes in all the way, and I will just roll that pin just to make sure that the loop is fully closed. And now that part is done, and this thing is an amazing tool if you don't have it. Now I'm going to take one of these pinch bails, and basically if you see this is a very beautiful little bail, and I am going to insert my little heart gemmy. I'm just going to expand it a little bit just so I have enough room. Okay, and I will be picking up one of my gorgeous little hearts that I picked up from Allie. I love these little glass beads. They are the most prettiest glass beads ever. So I do like to add a little dab of E6000, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I am just going to keep this simple. So basically what the little bail does, it's little teeth. You slip it into the hole of this glass gemmy, and then I'm just going to tighten this to make sure that it is closed. Okay, just like that. And now you have a little charm. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so now I'm going to get a jump ring to attach this little bail to my XOXO. And I'm just going to open up my jump ring. Just attach this at the end, just like so. And I'm going to insert this into the hole. Oopsie. Okay, and then just close up my jump ring. Okay, and now that is the beginning of my little dangle. Okay, now that the EXO is put together, I'm going to take another little hanging element, and I'm going to just take this wire wrap bead that I already have in my stash. Again, I will leave links to a couple of wire wrap videos that were helpful for me. And I think, you know, if you have time just watching TV, just put your stash together. Now I'm going to just show you, all I do is take a large jump ring. And again, if you haven't seen my haul video, I hauled this huge thing of 500 gold jump rings, and this is like, I'm set. So, and I burn through jump rings all the time, especially gold for some strange reason. So I'm just going to put all of this together just like so. And I'm going to add it to this little tassel that I have here. It's not done up. I haven't added any beads, but I can totally jazz this up with a couple of beads after this video. And I just want to show you how you can use this little tassel, this dangle on any projects. And look how cute that is. That's already a jazzed up little tassel, and all I'm going to do is just maybe add a bead or two and then hang this on a project. Look how cute and simple that is. I hope I answered some of your questions. I know in the last video people wanted to see this whole process, and that is it for my video. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.